My name is Thomas. I am 87 years old. I was born in a small town where the sky was always gray with factory smoke. For 50 years, I worked as a master carpenter. I built mansions for the rich. I built strong tables for families to eat on. I built frames for other people's memories. Everyone called me the man with golden hands. They said I could fix anything broken. But I am sitting here today to tell you the one thing I could never fix: my own life. I built houses, my friend, but I failed to build a home. Listen to my story before your cement dries.
Let me take you back to 1975. I was young, ambitious, and hungry. I wasn't just a carpenter, I was an artist. I remember the smell of fresh pine and the sting of varnish in my nose. That smell, it was like a drug to me. I told myself a lie that every young man tells himself: I am doing this for them. I told my wife, Sarah, that the long nights, the missed dinners, the weekends at the workshop, it was all to build a kingdom for our family. I remember one specific night. It was my son's 7th birthday. I had promised to be home by 6 p.m. to cut the cake. But at 5:30, a wealthy client called. He wanted a custom oak staircase redesigned. He offered me double the price if I started immediately. What did I do? Did I choose the boy waiting at the door? No. I chose the wood. I chose the ego. I called home and said, "Don't wait for me." When I came home at 2 a.m., the house was dark. The cake was in the fridge, uncut. My son was asleep. I looked at his sleeping face and thought, I will make it up to him tomorrow. But my friend, tomorrow is a dangerous word. It is a thief. Because eventually you run out of tomorrows. Years went by like sand through my fingers. The business grew. I built mansions for senators and villas for doctors. Everyone respected Thomas the builder. If you wanted a house that would last 100 years, you called me. But while I was building walls for strangers, the walls of my own home were crumbling. I remember the silence. It didn't happen overnight. It was slow. At first, Sarah would argue. She would scream, "We don't need more money, Thomas, we need you." But after a while, she stopped screaming. She stopped asking. She just existed. That silence was the sound of a heart breaking. But I was too deaf to hear it. I was too busy listening to the sound of my saw and the applause of my clients. My son grew up. He stopped showing me his drawings. He stopped asking me to play catch. He learned to fix his own bicycle because his father was too busy fixing other people's problems. By the time I was 55, I was a stranger in my own house. I provided the food, the roof, the clothes. But I did not provide the soul. I was an ATM machine, not a father. Then came the day I retired. I put down my hammer for the last time. I looked at my bank account. It was full. I looked at my calendar. It was finally free. I thought, now I will live. Now I will take Sarah to Paris. Now I will know my son. But life has a cruel sense of humor. 3 months after I retired, Sarah collapsed in the kitchen. The doctors said it was her heart. It was tired. I sat by her hospital bed for weeks. All the money I earned, all the awards on my wall, none of it could buy her one more breath. None of it could buy back the dinners I missed. She held my hand, smiled weakly, and said, "It's okay, Thomas. You worked hard. Those words cut me deeper than any knife. She forgave me, but I cannot forgive myself. She passed away on a Tuesday morning. The house I built, the perfect house with the imported marble and the hand-carved doors, it became a tomb. My son came to the funeral. He was polite but distant. He didn't cry on my shoulder. He cried alone. Because I hadn't taught him how to cry with me. Now, I sit in this chair. I am 87. I am the master architect. But look around me. The rooms are perfect. And they are perfectly empty. I traded my life for wood and stone. And it was a bad trade. So, take a good look at me. I am the king of this empty castle. I have the money, I have the time, but I have no one to share it with. Young man, young woman, don't envy my success. Envy the man who goes home to a noisy house. Envy the man whose pockets are empty, but whose heart is full. If you are building a life, make sure you are not just building walls. Build bridges to the people you love. Go home today. Hug them. Forgive them. Put down the phone and look into their eyes. Because in the end, love is the only thing we take with us. Not the wood, not the stone. Just the love. This is Thomas. Don't make my mistake. Live well.